Aries, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aries, please. Okay, your energy, the Eight of Swords. Your person, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're viewing you as the Four of Wands in reverse, okay. What you're not seeing is the Eight of Cups in reverse. And the final outcome or your advice is the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, Aries, it does look like you're probably in separation from this person, or the connection is feeling a little bit unstable. There's distance here. And we see the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like, my Aries, you're not fully giving to this connection. You may have felt like there was something that was just off, or there was something here that wasn't quite working for you. Like you feel like your worth and your value wasn't being honored, or that you were the one doing all the emotional labor. Or there was something unhealthy like codependence or something like that. So the Eight of Swords tells me that you're kind of in your head. You may be a little bit stressed and worried about what's going on here. You may also feel like this person was keeping you single, but like not single. So they may have had you kind of in the in-between. You may not really know where you stand with this person. All right, and we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I think this is, something that you've spent a lot of time stressing about. And I think you still are thinking a lot about this person, about this connection, wondering what's happening, what happened, did you make the right decision, what's the right decision to make here. I get a lot of anxiety and I get a lot of confusion coming from your energy. But I also think you've made a strong decision here, Aries, to pull your energy back and just kind of focus on what you can control. Your health, your finances, your daily routines, your daily practice. All right. At the soul level, you're viewing this person as the Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So somebody who's very romantic, somebody who's very dreamy, somebody who's sexy, somebody who's good looking. I'm also getting that this person may have heavily pursued you, all right? And I'm kind of getting an energy of like they pursued you, they were all in, but it looks like the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This person has stopped pulling their weight, or they stopped pursuing you, or they stopped, putting in time and effort into this connection, or they switched up their habits, their behaviors. A pretty big red flag there, right? And you're viewing the relationship as the Fool card in reverse. So something that's not completely in alignment with you. I'm also seeing the Fool card in reverse here, Aries, as maybe you're feeling a little bit foolish, like you felt like this person, you got duped here, or you got played. And whether you did or not, I just think that the relationship right now is like you're not feeling like you want to take any more risks. You're feeling maybe a little bit foolish, like you maybe ignored red flags, or you got played, or you got duped here. You may also feel like there's immaturity here that's not in alignment with you. We see the Five of Swords in reverse. So you do have somebody here that does want to heal things with you, but they're quiet right now. They're not taking action. We see that with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But are they coming back around? Absolutely. All right. Now, some of you, maybe you were in a higher level of commitment with this person. For others of you, this could just be somebody that you were flirting with, or you went on a few dates with. Again, just trust your intuition. You know your situation here. All right. We have strong Taurus energy. Also strong, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through. And we see spiritual growth. So right now, Aries, prioritize your spiritual growth. And don't allow the cares of life to squeeze out your goal to grow spiritually. So that needs to be your focus right now. All right. We also see awaken love. It's safe for you to love. Don't let fear or insecurity stop you from giving and receiving unconditional love. Yeah, and I also feel it's like recognizing that what you give is also what you should be receiving. Balance and reciprocity. All right. And we see liberate yourself. You don't have to carry your burdens alone. Have the courage to ask and accept help. All right, so some of my Aries, like I get this energy of needing to liberate yourself from your own thoughts, from going round and round, because I feel like you don't have closure, or you don't have clarity about what's going on. There's something that's clearly stressing you out here. And Spirit's saying focus on your spiritual growth. Know that you deserve what you give in a relationship. You know, balanced energy, reciprocity. Have the courage to ask and accept help. Now that could be from friends and family around you. That can be from your angels and your guides, from Spirit. But it may also be a need to get clarity and reach out to this person and say, can you help me understand like what the hell's going on here, right? We see bad timing. Everything will come to you at the right time. Be patient, your time will come. So there may have been or be a divine timing issue here with this connection. Now, some of my Aries, I just want to go back to that liberate yourself. If this was a connection that caused you more stress and was more dysregulating to your nervous system than it was, you know, calming, that's something that you really need to take a look at. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes be a lazy energy. It can be that this person wasn't pulling their weight, or they weren't moving the connection forward the way it should be. So they may not have been introducing you to friends and family at the time that they should have. You may have felt like they were keeping this relationship kind of secret, or you were just the one that was doing all the emotional labor, making all the dates, you know, healing, you know, after arguments, you know, moving towards this person. Okay. So we see the Five of Wands energy in reverse. So this person knows they need to change up codes of conduct. Now that can also be the Hierophant card. So there is a possibility here that this person realizes after this pause or this argument or you pulling your energy back that they need to switch it up in a good way, all right? The Five of Wands in reverse tells me that this person does want to heal things, all right, or they're limiting distractions. The Eight of Pentacles. Some of you, this person is working really hard to find stability within their finances, you know, to meet a savings goal, to pay off debt, to buy a home. So it is possible this person has been also very busy, all right? But I also feel that this is somebody that does want to work on this connection, because whatever's happening here, Aries, this is quite a wake-up call for them, all right? Whether it was a fight, an argument, or just you pulled your energy back. But we see the King of Pentacles in reverse, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But this person isn't quite ready to take action. I'm also feeling like this person is really stressed about finances or having enough to offer you, or they feel they really need to like take care of their finances and their stability or their living situation. And that may have been or be something that's all consuming for them. Now, the King of Pentacles in reverse is a little bit of a red flag for me, because I feel this is somebody that does like to be indulged. And we see that with the Knight of Cups. Now, it came out in the upright, but the Knight of Cups is sometimes somebody that wants to be flattered, that wants to be chased, you know, is used to that kind of treatment and doesn't always necessarily pull their weight. The King of Pentacles in reverse can also be that this person isn't quite what they seem, or maybe a little bit too attached to the 3D, okay, and a little bit superficial. So just, you know, a heads up there. They're viewing you as the Four of Wands in reverse. So they know that there's instability here and distance. Like you've put a little bit of distance between you and this person, because I feel like there was something here that just wasn't sitting with you right. The Nine of Cups in reverse. They know that you're feeling emotionally drained here, Aries. I also feel that this person might be a little bit worried or seeing this connection as a fleeting romance. The Nine of Pentacles. This person sees you, Venus and Virgo energy. We have a lot of nines coming through. So it definitely feels like there's some karma here between the two of you, or this is a karmic relationship. But don't be put off by that. Karmic relationships can help you evolve, and they don't always have to be painful, although I do see that this hasn't always been easy, or this isn't easy. But this person sees you as independent, having everything you need. They see you as somebody who's healthy, somebody who, again, is like independent. You've created a life for yourself. You look good. You feel good. You're healthy. All right. And we see the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm kind of getting that this person might be a little bit worried that you're moving on because you're not chasing them. I do kind of feel like this is somebody that does like to be chased, Aries. And, you know, that's kind of their insecurities, right? Like they need like a lot of reassurance is what I'm getting, or they want a lot of reassurance, or they're just used to this, you know, used to being chased. The Seven of Swords in reverse tells me that this person sees you as somebody who's, they feel like you're transparent and honest with them. But I also feel like at the same time, this person wants to know the truth as well. But like they're not speaking up, they're not taking action. The Six of Cups in reverse tells me there may be something from this person's past that's holding them back. That can be trauma, disappointment, it can be an ex, it can be their childhood. It can also just be they're really not over this. They're not over you, they're not over what's happened. They're feeling sad, they're disappointed. They're definitely planning on coming back around, Aries. All right, so let's see what we need to know about them. We see the the Knight of Wands, so they're coming in. They're coming in with passion. They're coming in quickly. They are going to build up that strength and courage to come back around to you or to talk to you. What we need to know about them, goddess energy. All right, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So there's a lot to like about this person. All right, but I also am getting with this goddess archetype coming through for them, Aries, is that this person's used to kind of being on a pedestal, or they're used to other people putting in the work, chasing them, treating them this way, which there's nothing wrong with having high standards, and there's nothing wrong with knowing your worth and your value and expecting a certain amount of treatment. But what I don't like is the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse, because it's kind of like, you know, they expect princess treatment all the time. Again, whether they're male or female, that's just the term that came through. All right, so let's see. And some of you, this person is really used to, because we see exploitation of the female nature and form. I feel like this person is kind of used to getting away with stuff with love and good looks. And I am getting like a little bit of a superficial edge from this person. And we're seeing Prince using power for self-aggrandizement. So I do think like this person, you know, I think this person is sexy. I think they're romantic, but I also think they kind of are used to getting away with things because they're really good looking, or getting away with not having to put in as much work as the other person. I don't know if it's just because they were like, you know, spoiled as a child, or I feel they rely heavily on like I said, their love and their good looks to get their way. And with someone like you, Aries, like it may have kind of worked in the beginning. It might have been cute. It might have been endearing. It might have been like, okay, well, you know, I like this person a lot, so I'll forgive this in the beginning. But I kind of feel like you're starting to realize that there's a really big gap here. All right. Now, let's see how they're viewing you. Yeah, mother energy. So nurturing, patient, unconditionally loving, joy, and giving birth to life. So again, this is you holding space for them, taking care of things, coming towards them, you know, coming in for repair, doing more emotional labor than they are, right? And we see child orphan. They see you as really independent. You've learned to go it alone. You've conquered your fear of surviving. You're okay on your own. But I do kind of feel like this person is a little bit codependent. I don't know if they just need reassurance or they need validation from, you know, whether, you know, from people that they're good looking, that they're good enough. But I kind of feel like they're lacking their own being self-assured, their own independence in a way. And it's like this person is really wanting you to come towards them, to heal things, to continue doing that emotional labor, to nurture them. And they do admire you for being independent and having it together and being able to take care of them and your responsibilities and your family and your, you know, whatever, your pets, your home, your body. And it kind of feels like they feel like being good looking is just good enough, right? Or being, you know, cute and funny and good looking is enough. And I don't think it is, right? Or I think that's what you're kind of realizing here. So with the Eight of Cups energy in reverse, and they might also be realizing that they need to give a little bit more. They need to, you know, they need to show up for you a little bit more. Now, I do feel there's potential with the Hierophant in reverse. Like this can be somebody who's realizing, I need to switch it up. I need to actually show up. I can't rely on my old, you know, mechanisms to get what I want, or at least not with Aries. So with the Eight of Cups energy in reverse, this person is definitely coming back around. They're definitely spending a lot of time thinking about you, wondering about you. All right, and we have the Six of Cups in reverse. They're missing you. There's something from their past. And some of you, it's even their childhood, just the way that they were raised. I keep getting princess treatment. And I know that's sort of gender coded, but it's not meant to be. I just kind of feel like this person was, you know, is used to kind of getting their way. I don't know if they're an only child. I don't know if this person is just somebody who was always, you know, they were the golden child. So like their parents or their parent did everything for them. They're very good looking. So they're just kind of used to people kind of falling at their feet, doing whatever they want them to do. And this person is waiting. They're waiting for you. And I kind of feel like, my Aries, you're not playing this game anymore. And not all of you is this person a terrible person, but I just think you kind of woke up here to the fact that there was imbalance or there was something kind of unhealthy here. And it's like it's your time to receive, or you need to receive. And we see the 10 of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah. So I feel like this person, I do feel like you're in separation from this person. I do think they want to come back around. I think they're waiting. I think they're trying to strategize about how to do that, what needs to happen here. But I also think they're not really sure that they're going to end up in a higher level of commitment with you, or they're not going to get what they want without putting in some work here and making some big changes. So the Hierophant Taurus energy in reverse is telling me that you don't need to be overly generous here, Aries. It feels like you already have been. Some of you, this is not meant to be a higher level of commitment, but the energy I'm really getting here, and we're going to clarify right now, but the energy that I'm getting here is like codes of conduct need to change. You cannot be the one that's always doing all the emotional labor here. Yep, you're not meant to invest in this connection right now. It's like they need to come towards you. They need to make it up to you. They need to show you that they're making real change. Yep, Page of Wands in reverse, and then we see the Four of Wands, stability and security. Aries, I think the message that I'm getting, the message that I am getting is that you're not meant to, this person needs to come towards you. They need to build up the strength and courage. They need to come in with accountability. And they need to make some real changes here. Do I see it happening possibly? Yes, I do. All right. But again, they're lacking a little bit of confidence, but this person does want victory. They do want your attention. So I do think that this person is willing to make real change. All right. But you do need to be careful with that, because you need to make sure that they're not just saying that, or they just try for a little bit and then they go back to their old patterns and habits. All right. But let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do my Aries need to know about this person? All right, so we see DMs and double tap likes, so they might be liking your stories, checking out your profile, things like that, kind of showing you that they want to come back around. They're still a sucker for you, Aries. Both still in love. They feel like you both still have strong feelings for one another. Yep, they're checking you out online. I think they're shocked that you're not chasing them, you're not coming in for repair, and they're getting divine guidance. I think this person's having a major wake-up call that if they don't change it up, if they don't come towards you, you're not having it. Aries, you're not playing games anymore, and you're not also diminishing yourself, shrinking yourself or diminishing yourself to be with anybody, no matter how hot, how good looking they are, how great they might be. So I do like your energy here, Aries. All right, now this person might have dark hair and eyes. We see judgmental. I think this is them receiving karma behind the scenes. Caretaker. Yeah, I think this person realized they need to start taking care of you a little bit more here. We see cultural differences, so they might be from a different religion, tradition, or background. I do think that they're sophisticated, so there's that. Okay, there's that to like about them for sure. And I'm sure there's a lot to like about them. But I just think, my Aries, you're either called out or you're recognizing this imbalance and you're just not really having it. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Aries... Oh, there it is. There's a card here that's been hiding in this deck. Date. Yeah, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan or set a date. Some of my Aries, you are thinking about finding somebody new altogether. I also think this person is planning to come towards you. They have a specific date in mind. And for those of you who haven't had your birthdays yet, happy birthday to all of my Aries out there, by the way. But they might be on your birthday if it hasn't happened yet. All right, we see marriage. This relationship is moving towards sacred union. So maybe you felt that way at some point in time. For others of you, there still is a possibility of something solid, stable, and secure, because we see the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. Both of those are marriage cards. This is a divine counterpart connection. You can be completely open with this person, Aries. I feel like you are in this energy of like, I don't have anything to lose. I'm going to tell it to him straight. Maybe you already did, right? But like, you know, you're going to be open and be like, this doesn't work for me, or this hurts, or, you know, this bothers me. In true Aries fashion, I feel like you're just going to be honest and direct with them. And this person has regret. Some of you already told them off and they feel remorse for the way they've acted or the way they haven't shown up in this relationship. So we see that there are obstacles here for sure. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement, but we also see that there's true love here. So there are real feelings. So I do kind of feel like for a lot of my Aries, this is a growing pains situation where this person, you know, needed to be told what's up, that they can't treat you in a certain way, or they need to show up in the relationship accordingly, or they're going to lose this opportunity, you know. And they might be sophisticated, they might be beautiful, they might be all that, but being all that is not enough to keep you in this relationship. And I think it's a huge wake-up call. So let's see what their blockages might be, or what might be holding them back. We get procrastination. Don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. And I think they're waiting for you to come in and do the work, and they're realizing Aries isn't doing that. And fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone. It's not true. I don't think this person actually feels like they're fated to be alone, but I do think they kind of drop into that victim mentality, like, oh, nothing ever works out for me, or oh, maybe I'm just meant to be alone. But I actually think now they're realizing they need to be accountable. And that for a lot of my Aries, I do feel like this can be fixed, provided they change up their codes of conduct, all right? And we see, how could you still love me after all I've done? So there's this accountability coming through here, Aries. I love this because this is somebody who's really realizing what they might potentially lose. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. I would have acted differently. This is somebody who's going through an awakening here. And now they're worried if you're going to reject them. Whereas I think they were always sitting in that energy of like, you know, I'm the shit, I'm the best, you know. And I think you flipped the script here. And I don't think you did that because you want to hurt this person. I actually think you love this person. But I think you set the bar, Aries. And it's been a major wake-up call for them. So let's see what their future actions are towards you. What are this person's very next actions towards my Aries? 9 of Coins in reverse. Okay. And we see the Chariot card. Okay, so this person I do think is a little bit activated here by an abandonment wound here, or a fear of losing you, all right? But, I mean, I feel like that we can give them a little bit of a pass because Aries, you know, losing you is a big deal. And they're coming towards you. I think they're coming in quickly. I think they're coming in fast. Yeah, they're coming in hot and heavy with the Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune energy in reverse. Yeah, because they don't want this to end. I also think this person is experiencing karma behind the scenes. I don't think they expected to feel this way. And I also think they expected you to come in and work for them. Like I kind of get they're used to people acting that way and they're not. But I also feel like this person may take some time to build up strength and courage before they come towards you, because there's some lessons that they need to learn in this time of silence or confusion. But we see 2 of Cups. For a lot of my Aries, I do see a reconciliation. I do see balance. All right, I do see a soulmate connection here. All right, so for a lot of you, this connection is absolutely not over. Of course, the choice is going to be yours, right? And it also depends on how they come towards you. Or how they come toward you. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. We see you don't need more information. You have all the information you need here, Aries. All right. We see pause before you make a decision. Okay, so don't jump right back into this. Don't immediately reject them. We see stay with what's certain. Stay with what you know to be true. And step back into neutral for now. You're safe to trust yourself and the decisions that you're going to make here with this person. All right, Aries, a lovely empowered energy you're in. I know this isn't easy. Drop me a comment down below. Sending you love and light. Take care.